So as you'll recall, last time the game just booted us out after we,
It sure did.
when I booted it back up, it brought us to this screen.
All right. You have returned to me. Days mean nothing in the maw of forever. I never left your side.
Well, that's fair. Sorry for making you wait. Ready to go back, attack the entity, or destroy your body?
I guess we're ready to go back.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Well, all right then. Welcome to what is most likely the final episode.
Unless it's not.
Unless it's not. You're on a path in the woods. At the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You are here to slay her. And if you don't, it will be the end of the world. Alright, what are we trying this time? We can't... So we can no longer just walk away.
But we can still do most of the other stuff. We've done all the explore, and those are just
We've
explore.
gone maximal murder, right?
Yeah.
We've gone maximal fuck off. We've gone
Maximum wishy-washy.
maximum wish. Last time we just went in and tried to free her, right? And,
yeah.
Maybe this time we talk to her with the knife?
We can try that.
Could try to that.
Kind of what we did first time, right?
Is it? We brought the knife but still talk to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But it'll presumably not let us repeat ourselves completely, so if it gives us an option, it's valid.
Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin, and you'll find the princess within. Let's get on in there. Doesn't warn us this time because we're all, like, happy to get some monarch head cut off. Let me finish that sentence. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table, and perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. We taking the blade?
Sure, we didn't take it last time, so...
You take the blade from the table. It would be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there? She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It is all a part of the manipulation. Maybe this time we'd be really upfront about the being here.
Yeah. Hey, think I'm here to kill ya? Are you now? Why don't you come on down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. Yeah, this time why don't we be very forthcoming about, like, we're here to kill you.
Yeah.
Can we come to some kind of accord?
Yeah, can we bargain?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just kill you a little?
Just a little bit. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke. Or I haven't decided yet. What? No way. Why would you even think that?
And it wasn't a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything, but you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out. She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked?
Don't you dare.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. We didn't drop it. We haven't done that yet.
We haven't just dropped it?
Yeah.
Okay. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess, face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you that there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You are going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Hmm.
Do you know I'm here to kill you? Do you?
Lie? No? Why is that a lie?
Because we've been told to kill her to save the world.
Oh, I
She's
see.
going to destroy the world.
Oh, okay. All right. I see. I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
Sure. So you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk, but this isn't talking.
And we can't really go on that any further, can we?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Maybe we've talked enough. Because I guess we could ask her name.
Yeah.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness or Her Majesty. Any honorifics should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her. How long have you been down here? That one seems fair enough without, like...
Sure. Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you will never get a straight answer out of her. Alright, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here. We haven't tried keeping her locked away.
Yeah, I guess we haven't.
We tried to leave.
What did we do in Wishy-Washy Run at the beginning?
I think we just said, fuck this, I'm out. And we tried to leave without slaying her. No. We said we would free her. Then we tried to go back up and get the knife and couldn't do it because the door locked us down there.
That was the one where we chose to free her, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
well, let's click keep her locked away. It's an option.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one. I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement. I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. No one was bold that time.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die. You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains, and once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind. Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Oh, this was wishy-washy run. We said we were going to keep her locked down and leave, and then we turned around and came back anyway.
And now we can't, so no, we're sticking to the plan of locking her down here. You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Okay, we can make this work.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. And it's probably a good idea to try and get back on my good side. She sounds terrifying, like she's less of the princess we saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight. It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
No, it doesn't. Threaten me all you want, all it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess, you're a monster. Ignore her and go to sleep. She can't, for all this grandiosity, she can't break down a fucking wooden door.
Yeah.
Let's ignore her and go to sleep.
All right, let's do it. Nap time. Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best as you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken and the table shoved out of the way.
Where is she? Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Oh, that's new. You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it is as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Whose side are you on?
Yours, of course, but I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them, does it?
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me out of here. We could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know that this is the end, don't we? It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. The nightmare. All right. What happens in this one? You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You are here to slay her. If you don't, it'll be the end of the world. We haven't tried turning around and leaving at this point, have we? We tried talking it out or trying to come to a compromise, and it didn't quite work out.
And this will also be a different one because it's a chapter 2.
Yeah, rather than trying to do it in the first one.
Okay.
Ah, I see.
Well, I guess we're going to the cabin.
Well, do we want to argue with the narrator a bit first, or
We can. It'll be the
we've already done
same
all of
ones.
them, right? Yeah. Proceed to the cabin. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time, or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
Voice of the paranoid. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone. Especially yourself. The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door?
It's just an empty frame.
She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? Listen, I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out, but you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you are going to struggle to get the job done. So yes, deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it. I guess we take the blade and enter?
Alrighty.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Is it going to be enough, though? Couldn't you have given something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Can we have a bomb?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's been sending us to our death. Alright, down we go. You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
The blinking eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
no.
eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're going to have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back. She must have confused you with someone else.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter. We need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
How hard is it to throw a knife?
Yeah. It can't be that hard.
But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is enough to even do anything against something like her in the first place.
It'll be enough. I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Step off into the void between the stairs. Continue down the stairs in silence.
Hmm.
Some interesting options here.
Yeah.
What happens if we step... I kind of want to figure out what happens if we step off into
Do
the
it.
void. That looks... You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen? I don't know. I was curious. I don't know. Falling into an infinite void seemed better than going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared, or say nothing.
Just curious.
Congratulations. You really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping on into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
No, I'm not. Someone here needs to be the voice of reason, and it certainly isn't you. Hello, eyeballs. I saw them.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement.
We're gonna die down here. I don't want to die again.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Go left, go right, do nothing, go back the way you came. I see eyes blinking on that side. I want to go to the right.
Yeah.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
Hi, princess. As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow.
This is it, isn't it? And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think!
What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
What are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want...
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
What was that just flashed across the screen in the history there? And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want? Or do you want to interrupt me some more?
You have seconds left.
Yes, I'm sure.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if it makes you look ridiculous. She isn't attacking us. Why?
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Oh, we've got a lot of explore options here. Why don't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? What happened after you killed me last time? Sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. You're a lunatic, you know that, right? If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? How about I just kill you instead? We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even. I'm not going to do this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try and kill you, so do your worst. Toss the blade remaining with your nightmare. Okay, let's get out of here. Leave together. Find you in, I'll let you leave. Leave together. Run, slay the princess.
Well, let's do some of the exploring.
Okay. Why won't you finish me off?
Yeah. Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips closer to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration. You are now breathing manually.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
She she slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static, and then...
Shit, make her stop!
Hey, snap out of it.
Okay, deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
You're back.
One moment, and then you're gone. Just like that. Ah, and there's the fear.
She pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun now, would it? I've already done that.
What happened after you killed me last time?
Sure. I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can leave without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
If you need me alive, why'd you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
That's a good one.
I mean, to be fair, she can toss that back in our face, but...
Still, I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore, at least not for me. You seem miserable.
So I'm here to try to stop you from destroying the world. Can't just let you live. If I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways? You're a lunatic. If we want to work together, you can at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation.
Let's ask if we can turn off the whole organ shutting down situation. I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
Sure. Oh no, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side, a little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you, I promise.
And if I refuse to let you out, then what happens then?
Yeah. Then we're stuck down here together until you change your mind.
Static and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear.
No, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Or until your heart finally gives out. And then when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out. And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
Being around you is agony. I'm not going to stick around. You're a lunatic. How about I just kill you instead? We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even.
Let's be friends. Let's be friends. I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
All right, then. Okay, so now we got options. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave. I'm not going to try and kill you. Do your worst. Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare. Let's get out of here together. Leave together. Find you win, I'll let you leave. Leave together. Run. Slay the princess.
I don't know.
These all look pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure slaying her would do any good. She doesn't seem corporeal.
Yeah, I bet it wouldn't work. We could toss the blade. We could stay in the organs shutting down simulator.
Toss the blade. We could do that. We could try letting her out. See if we can make it. Do you have any preference?
Nah, not really.
Toss the blade.
All right.
I'm not doing any of this. Not helping you leave. I'm not going to try and kill you. So do your worst. Are you serious? Ugh! You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission.
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best. You poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you. Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, Birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken.
No, no, no. Let me out.
Your existence hurts them.
Let me out.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone, and then it is there again.
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life, love, children, and a steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment and gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Let me out. No, 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 no. What's happening to us? Let me out.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
You can't keep going. What are you talking about?
Buddy doesn't respond.
Oops. I think I broke you. I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Oh, that's a lot of chapters.
Ah.
That's the moment of clarity. You're on a path in the...
Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember. I think we were trying to save the world.
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... Oh, you've already been here, haven't you?
I guess. It feels so long ago, almost like we never left. We have to let her out.
No. That's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her.
Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we?
Yeah, we're supposed to let her out. It's really the only way this works out for us, if you think about it. She's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
That's stubborn.
No, you were supposed to keep her trapped there forever, I think. You're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart?
We can't be unfeeling, not when there's so much fear everywhere.
There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything.
We love her, and so we have to set her free.
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us?
To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any love.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
Okay, this is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen? How many times have you been here? I think they're all wrong. It's a good question. How many times have you been here? All been here? What if we don't go to the cabin? Can you make sense of them? I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay here. Proceed to the cabin. The only way out is to do nothing, so nothing I will do. Stay where you are.
Well, I think they're all wrong. Of course we're wrong.
She's the only thing that's right.
Okay, yes, they're obviously all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
Heading back to his earlier question, how many times have you all been here? Many, many, many times.
It feels like we've been here forever, but also feels like we've barely been here at all.
It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says, and then everything will be fine.
It won't.
It will be for us. She said so.
You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on. That doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this, and some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions?
Yeah.
What does here even mean, if you really think about it?
Shut up! You were here.
Every single time. You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order.
And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget.
I tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. It's a shame, really.
If I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it. That doesn't make sense.
Let's try it.
Okay, don't think about that too hard. All it will do is weaken your resolve and make it that much harder for you to slay her.
Maybe you're shattered in your own way. Are you your memories, or are you the one perceiving the present moment? Is the color green for you the same as the color green for me?
No, we're not doing this. Stop that.
Ah, here you go philosophizing again. It never goes anywhere.
Oh, yeah, this is far from the first time you asked us about consciousness, right? Who am I? What am I? What is I? Who even cares?
They're good questions, great questions even, but they don't have any answers. And they all just end in quivering torment. It doesn't matter what we do, because we always find her, and if we don't find her, she always finds us. And then she smashes us into smaller pieces.
If you all just stopped feeling, we could have been done with this ages ago, you know.
Okay, your thoughts are far too scattered to rein back in. Your only option is to silence them.
Can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
And yet you aren't. We break apart and you stay the same. Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't? What if we don't go to the cabin?
Oh, we've tried that, believe me.
It doesn't work.
Our hearts always brought us back to her.
The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all circles.
I don't know, I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
Sure.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it.
You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either.
He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me. He is worse than her.
Do we want to stay where we are or proceed to the cabin?
I don't know. We could try staying here. I bet it won't work.
You do nothing? You can't just do nothing. You have to do something.
That's a new one. Do you think it'll work? No, nothing ever works. Boo, you're the worst one. He's not the one that got us into this mess.
At least I keep you breathing around her.
See, that's why the sad one's the worst. The jumpy one tries.
Who cares? All of you yap about nothing.
Now that kind of attitude is why you're in the top half.
Great.
And that's why you're not the top. I want to see what nothing does for us. And right now, all of you aren't letting nothing happen.
Hopefully this stuffs all the rest of them someplace quiet. You need me. You need to not have them.
He'll get you killed by himself.
Oh, all of us have gotten all of the rest of us killed at one point or another. It's hardly even a concern now. As the little voices bicker amongst themselves, you do your best to stay still in the woods. It is difficult, and the more time you spend waiting, the harder it will be to sharpen your focus when you need it.
I wonder what we look like right now. Are we standing? Sitting? I like to think we have an air of dignity.
My point exactly. Well, guess it's time to go.
But we must.
You slowly make your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place the cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill. No, this isn't right. There is a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there.
Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it.
He always lies.
And he always makes it gone.
It's exhausting. We must be such a mess, but we never get the chance to fix ourselves. That thing is mocking us.
Okay, stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best to not be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do.
She's still here, buried deep inside the earth.
Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's always why you lose.
What's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
Yeah.
Then they've heard too much. It's why they're the way they are, after all.
Exactly. They are delusions. And all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving.
Or you could just give up.
Apparently, no, we can't. Approach the mirror. You walk up the hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin.
The cabin that isn't there.
You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces.
She's on the other side and we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free.
It's the only way we can have our thoughts back.
Oh, just go around it.
Just do something. It doesn't matter what.
Exactly. I'm sure that whatever you settle on, it'll be the best possible decision you could have made.
Oh, you suck. I hate that one.
Proceed. Proceed? Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific.
That's another new one. How do you keep coming up with new things? I hope this works better than nothing did. Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
And it already has worked. It's gone, don't you see?
We're one step closer to her.
The interior of the cabin is pretty much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy dream like nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure therein, wrong and unsettling as it may be. The only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt of a floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Take it. It's the only way forward.
Take the blade. It's the only way forward. You've already tried everything else. Don't you remember? You have to take the blade. You have to take the blade. You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep. Deep in the bowels of the earth, you see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread.
It's her.
She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
I was joking when I said that way back when. You know that, right?
And closer.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could melt you.
And closer.
Watching over me forever, that was so brave.
And closer.
But forever is so long, and time erodes everything. Except for me. I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back. All that's left for you is to take my hand and let me out. It'll be so much fun, you and me together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go, but, well, mostly just me, but you'll get to be there too. A trinket that gets to stay with me all the time, right by my side. A witness. I can even make a little cage if you want, gilded and everything. Now, don't pause. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need, and you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
What are we supposed to do? She took our weapon.
This really was a lost cause, wasn't it? You sealed our fate when you refused to kill her.
Kill or be killed.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Oh well. There's no paralysis anymore. It's because we've already given her what she wants.
You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago, but was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There is no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free. You can't click on the other stuff.
Guess not.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle. Tender, even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
Ah.
The motion is difficult at first, as if something still resists your efforts, but then that resistance gives way and it's over.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
I like this design for the princess.
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold? Yoink.
Oh, you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone.
Yeah, I can finally think again. I mean, almost.
That mirror is back.
What does that mean for us?
I'm sure it'll be whisked away just like her. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they?
It doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Oh, right. Wait, who's stubborn?
That was the one that you said for skeptic.
Ah, shit. Finally, we can smash it.
Oh, will you stop with the smashing?
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah, I think I'd like that. Seems we've got a majority. All that's left is to give it a look.
Approach the mirror. You've stepped toward the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line, but I don't feel bad about it. I'm ready. It feels okay.
The fear's gone. Ugh, I'm done fighting. No, that
was contrarian.
Yeah, who's stubborn?
I'm done fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My heart feels quiet.
The game was always going to end.
I'll be free of all of you fuckers.
I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here, honestly.
Boys, it's been an honor.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it, a figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me? I think you know what I am. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. And then another crack forms and another. Oh, that's the same line. Oh. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. It hurt when you break off pieces if you like that. Sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if you look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you part of me or something else? The one who wanted me to slay the princess? Why? Met you many times. Have you been the same you all along? Wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? What is this place? Where are we? Destroy the mirror is our final action. So you're the narrator. Wondering if I'd
Yeah.
ever get to see you. The narrator. Yes, I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. Wonder how many worlds you damned to extinction to fall this far. The narrator's got some big possum energy.
Isn't that a bird?
Is it
or
a bird?
something?
Maybe
oh
a
no,
bird.
that's got teeth. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's teeth. And it broke a little bit. We might not get a whole lot of these.
Yeah, we definitely want to ask why slay the princess at some point. Did the option disappear?
The option disappeared.
Interesting. Well, all are valid.
What are you?
Sure.
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I am an echo, likely one of many. Someone made you, after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. Does it hurt when praise of you break off like that?
I feel like the new question that opened up is good, since we got a new question at the top, different than the other lines.
This one?
Yeah.
Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different? Of course. And that is both by necessity and by design. The construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousnesses and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris? After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Either of those seem good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also new. So
you
do know about the
looping.
looping.
So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Let's ask about the looping.
Any other version you talked to me was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right. Are you part of me or are you something else? If you made me, what am I? What is the princess? Did you make her too?
Yeah, what is the princess?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I am gone.
Would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because, among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trilliums from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? If I destroy her, how is that existence any better than death or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worth.
Yeah.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her. and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, no one wants to leave. You are delusional. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? Do you have anything to say for your hubris? Do you think anyone deserves to live? What would it be like to live in a world without her?
What would it?
You said she contains death. What is she? Why couldn't you have told me all this before? From the start, I would have helped you destroy her. She's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be. Can't I just will her into something small?
Yeah, why not?
You made me, then what am I? How did you die? Why did you make her a princess? Of all things, why is she a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work? Can we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone? People out there beyond the walls of the construct. Do they know about this? Do they know that you want me to do what they want me to do? What you want me to do to them? And what is my true identity? Why would you want to be rid of the world of death? Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times. Good God, that's a lot of them. You had a strong reaction to one of them.
Why can't I just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. That's why I had to die. There isn't much left.
I don't work the way a living being does? Not anymore?
Why am I not a living being? You never were. You are the long quiet. The god I made to rid the world of death. For a time, this construct could help you approximate being alive, confining your mind to a single reality, but you've experienced far too many lives for it to work much longer. Female doesn't want you to know this has been torture. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? Do you think anyone deserves to live? Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone else know about us? A god, I always knew I was special. I don't want to be a god, I want to be me.
I want to be me.
You are you. And if you had let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will, after all. Oh, we ran out of questions.
Yep.
We got an achievement called Death of the Author. Think you're out of time. Not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her, but lie. Decided what I'm going to do yet. I'll still have to see about what she thinks about all this. Say nothing, watch him end.
I love that you can be like, I'm not going to do it. By the way, fuck you. I made sure that you know that your efforts were all in vain before you die.
Do you want to do that?
Kinda.
I'm not going to slay her. I want you to know that before you die for good. Well, there is no reasoning with a god, even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with a newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm a long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. I missed you too.
Yeah.
She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue.
Do you know about the echo?
Oh, go.
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
And what happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting, but it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we left unfinished, can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling to me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I make a choice. If I let you out and your entire world ends for good, I can't do that. If you're always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? Has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying everything or letting you out. I won't do it. I told you what was going to happen when we reached this point. Slay the princess. Slay the princess. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. So many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There's nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is it all falling to us?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict. Let's talk it through. My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation? Thank you for sharing yourself with me.
I don't need to share my heart with anyone. I wish I could share my heart with you. Show me your heart to break me. It was a terrible thing to see. This is what it takes to be rid the world of death. I could bear the solitude. I won't engage with this. Or remain silent. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. I am aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift. Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it now that it is within your grasp?
I have no desire to hide, but the truth can be made better. If destroying you is what takes that, so be it. I don't want to hide from the truth. I won't engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. Stop the fight early and surrender.
I don't want to hide from the truth. We also don't want to engage with violence.
I have no desire to hide, but the truth can be made better. Yeah. I don't want to hide from the truth, or I won't engage. This just feels like giving her exactly what she wants, but I won't engage with violence. Well, violence seems to be part of the nature of change. Change contains a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, either are valid options, so let's just pick either and click it. Click.
I feel like this is also kind of hypocritical of us.
Okay, and click the other. Then don't. Leave with me. There's no need for you to fight what we are.
I'm ready. I want to leave with you. Stop the fight early and start. I won't leave with you, not until you see things from my perspective.
Interesting. Let's try that. If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world. My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. In every moment, you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering, but without chaos, there is no reason.
Couldn't understand you then, but I think I can understand you now. You seemed in pain. I'm sorry for what I did to you, but that was the only thing I could do. I won't engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. Remain silent.
First one. You saw with a single pair of eyes what you needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are. Flesh is a vehicle, and to destroy the flesh is to strand the spirit. With violence you stranded me, and with violence I sought to twist your flesh back into mine. When forced between choosing your death and forfeiting your body, you chose agency. But agency requires action, and action requires an endless tapestry of events. In your final moments, would you remove action itself from reality?
Can you say with certainty what a shape a world without you will take? I don't want that world to come to pass. You don't give me much of a choice. I won't engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting and remain silent.
Let's say I won't engage with violence, because we did in this one that this one mentioned, and now we're not going to do that. But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear. You became nothing, a black hole of self-loathing, fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. You are terrified of a power so far beyond you that it strips the meaning from your every action. But at the feet of that power, the dark parts of you cannot help but burn away. Your inadequacies reduced to cinders by the blazing light of the divine. When I proclaimed my godhood and presented you with a place at my side in my new creation, you gladly took it. Without me, there's no future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into consciousness.
I miss when that was you. Submitting to you was a mistake. I would have destroyed you if I knew that you were consumed by your own ego. It doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we are able to transcend death, we are responsible for those it holds captive. You were consumed by your own ego.
Yeah, she kind of was.
Yeah.
And through your lack of one, you too were consumed, yet together we were able to create something beautiful.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here?
What does happen if we leave here?
Yeah.
The universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
It's easy
That
to
doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah, like, I get, like, I have a weird relationship with the idea of death, so I'm like that doesn't sound inherently bad. Like, I don't think it's necessarily, like, I don't think the idea of eradicating death is necessarily inherently good. Death doesn't have to be, like, frightening. The idea that lives end, right? It's easy to believe the things you believe in when you sit above it all. That seems fair.
Yeah. It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth. Well, we didn't want to fight. We never did.
Yeah.
We were super wishy-washy to begin with, and we have been all along, so let's say that. We never wanted to fight.
There's a whole lot of options to slay her. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change.
Interesting. That's really interesting.
I like this one.
Let's click that one. What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth. Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do alone. Which hero are you? I'm all of them, I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it is to hear from you. I can do this alone, whereas everyone else. Are you supposed to help? I thought voices weren't allowed here. I thought you died whenever I looked in the mirror.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you. It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart. It's time to resume our dance. She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? I'm ready.
I'm ready.
And let's go.
Huh. Oh, it's all coming back into focus.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
It kind of is a little bit after that.
Do you need me to describe things?
I'd like it for old time's sake. Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin? Is the narrator really gone? Take the blade or enter the basement?
Let's not take the blade, but
Yep.
let's do the other things.
I'd like that for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door, and some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he? There's no mirror either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there jumbled up in the rest of her.
Narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
So even the voice of the hero is telling us to bring the knife.
And yet, we have a choice.
Good riddance. I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone. It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Kind of is.
Yeah.
He was a constant. Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been a part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
We taking it?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah. No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist? It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing, only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Sit with her. I don't want to be a god. Are you the same as you are out there? What if we just leave? I think the only thing left for us to do here is leave.
Are you the same as you are out there? No, I feel like I'm myself again. I don't want to be a god. Honestly, me neither. What if we just leave? What if we just peace? Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
I like how there's no music for this part at all either. It's very disquieting.
Yeah.
Take her hand in yours. I don't know, but I've always wanted to leave with you. I just didn't like being a god. I want to just walk through that cabin door as we are, just you and me. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want to know this. Doesn't matter what happens or what it means. What matters is we're leaving together, and that's all I want. What would that even mean?
Yeah.
Not knowing what it means is why I want it?
Can
Or
be.
I just didn't like being a god? Doesn't matter what happens or what it means. What matters is we're leaving together, and that's all I want. Yeah, sure.
You know what? Yeah, I want that too. I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's just for the two of you.
Thanks for everything.
Yeah. Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
Leave with the princess. You lead, and the princess follows. And together you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend. A comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there is an energy in the silence. An electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You can see a tension seize her. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside. You follow her confident steps.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
I love you. Who's going to open the door? Are you ready? Neither of us knows what's going to be like out there, or just open the door. Are you ready?
Sure.
I like it.
Of course I am. Are you? Hey.
Hey! What a game. Good gosh.
That was pretty fucking cool. And also, I have a feeling we have only unlocked maybe 1/5 of the things to unlock.
I know! There are so many variants and other things we could have done that, like, but the game only lets you do, like, 4 or 5 of them to get to the... That's... What a game. Good golly. I can see why people really enjoyed this. And it's definitely got that same kind of mark of quality to it that Scarlet Hollow does, where you can tell that there is a lot of thought and polish put into, like, every corner of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing of it feels like it was left behind here. Thanks so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. Like, take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Track order for a special playlist just for you.
Oh, it's our playthrough's version.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I just tried to take a screenshot, but, like, we have a video of it. Discord, mailing list, subreddit, somewhere else. Play the other game. Return to main menu. What a great time that was.
Get this game and play it. Find other endings we didn't.
Yeah, there are like 90 plus something achievements for this on Steam. Most of them come from like achieving certain endings or doing certain actions. We've achieved 22 out of 97. So there is so much more to see in this game. Go, and if you haven't played their other game, Scarlet Hollow, it is much the same, where there's like a lot put into it to make sure that every playthrough feels unique.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, I really appreciate these folks' dedication to that kind of craft.
Yeah.
This has been a wonderful experience. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all go grab it for yourself and give it a try. And thank you to everyone who mentioned it to us for describing it. Like we were gonna get to this, but definitely hearing about it from other people made us bump it up in the queue a little while.
Indeed.
We'll see you all for whatever the next game is. Ciao, everyone.
Peace.
Oh, that happened while I had the thing closed.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.